Hello everyone and welcome back to Wood's Tiny Farm. Today I'm going to be planting my onions. So I've been wanting to get these out for a while. They've been sitting out in my garden, so I'd say they're hardened off by now. And they're looking a little rough. When I brought them outside into the greenhouse, I didn't really harden them off at all, and they kind of got a little shocked in there. But I think there's a good number that are still doing well, so I want to get them in the ground to figure out if I need to buy more, or at this rate it's a little too late to start more, so I would just buy them from the nursery. So I am going to get them into the beds behind us here. So these are kind of going to be like my salsa garden beds. I'm going to do tomatoes up the cattle panels, and then in front of the tomatoes I will be doing peppers, and then in front of the peppers I figured I would just do my onions. And if I don't have enough room to get all of them in here, I've got more raised beds that I could put them in, so I will figure that out as we go. So here are my plans for these beds over here. As you can see, I've got the tomatoes on the back. So in the back row there, we've got Mexico midgets. Those, I love those tomatoes. They are so good. They're just little cherry tomatoes. And then EG stands for early girl. And then over here, I put Wisconsin Chief and 2 large cherry tomatoes. And the large cherry tomatoes are like the Campari tomatoes, if you've ever gotten those from like Costco or I guess any other grocery store. They're so good. They're like in between a cherry tomato and a larger tomato, and they're sweet. So those will be on the back, and then in front of those I will do peppers. So I've got Olympus bell peppers, Italia peppers, banana peppers, Georgia flames, Barron's jalapeno, Santo Domingo, and a habanero. And then a few extras there, King of the North and Sweet Sunrise. And then all these empty spots, I figure I would just fill those with onions. And so I'm trying to do the square foot gardening method this year, where each square foot I plant something. And I've actually never planned it out this way before, but that's the technique we're using this year. Okay, so I am just going to start making marks here. And since the first 3 square feet here will be taken up with tomatoes and peppers, this will all be onions, so I'm guessing this is about half, but let's just measure because we're trying to be somewhat accurate. So there's 12, there's 12, there's 12. Okay, so that is half. And then we'll kind of do the same this way. 12. Ish. And normally I'm not this exact about things, but I don't know. This year I'm just trying to figure out some new techniques, just try some different things and see how it goes. This is so dry right here. I need to definitely get some water going after I get these in. Okay, so there, we've got 9 square feet here, and then I'll be doing that whole front line as well. So we'll just go 1 foot in, there-ish. Okay, 12. As of right now, I only have these 2 feet kind of allotted for peppers, but I don't know, I may end up just doing another row just to kind of keep it the same. We'll see. I'm curious to see how many peppers I end up with. So as for right now, I will just plan on doing this, onions, and if I have way more, I will utilize this space as well. I'm sure my lines aren't straight, whatever. We'll just guess there. There we go. Okay. And this one, I am just doing the first foot as well. Let's talk about varieties. So I am up here in the northern states in Montana, and I've heard other creators say this as well, and I have found huge success with these two varieties, but Patterson and Red Wing. So those are great for storing. They do really well here. They're long day onions. You really have to plant onions for your zone, and those do great. I still have Red Wings and Pattersons in my garage, and it is middle of April right now. And they're not rotten or anything. Like, I'm still using them. So they store for a very long time. They grow well here, and they're just kind of foolproof in my opinion. So let's see. This is a Red Wing. And what did I do? Okay, so I've got a Red Wing. They might be kind of all scattered about here. I think what happened is one of my Red Wings like completely died off. So I might need more of these, and I might see what the nursery has. Because as of right now, I'm just seeing one pack of Red Wings, and once we get in here, we'll figure out how many there are, but I definitely need more than this for the year. And these are actually shallots, Zebrun shallots. I have planted shallots before, but I don't think they were successful. It was one of my garden years where I just kind of threw my hands in the air. So we're doing some shallots this year. And my husband really loves Walla Walla sweets. He's always asking for sweet onions. These ones don't store as well as, like, say, the Pattersons, so I don't typically grow as many of these as the Pattersons, but they would store for a while here, so we're doing those. And then I have a white onion because I want to do some more salsa and stuff this year. This is the Sierra Blanca white onion. Oh, that's wrong. I have a tag in here. So excited for those. And also Sierra Blanca white onion. And then, okay. Oh, here's another Red Wing. Awesome. Okay, so I do have two Red Wings, but still, like, some of these died off, so I may need some more red onions. And then I have 4 of the Pattersons because these are our most used onions. So 4 of those. I have no idea how many are in here. I just sprinkled seeds in and covered it with dirt and didn't count or anything. So it'll be a surprise to me. According to my square foot gardening chart, you can put 9 onions per square foot. So to me, that seems like a lot. Sometimes if you stack them in too close together, they will not get as big as they could. So I don't know. Let's just get some out here. Guys, I kind of just make stuff up as I go sometimes. We'll see. I mean, if we do 1, 2, I mean, that might be okay. Yeah, I mean, it'll be tight, but I think we'll be good. Let's do that. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do is just separate these out and plant them individually. And a lot of times they look kind of pathetic right after you plant them. But then they spring back after a couple days, so I should have pre-moistened this dirt. It's so dry. So when I do water, I will probably just have to like lightly mist it just to get it a little wet without totally washing away these onions, and then I can just come back and mist until it's thoroughly soaked. So I found that onions, they love to be fertilized. So probably in about a week, maybe once they are a little more established in this dirt, I will come through and give them a little sprinkle of some fertilizer, because they like food. So the more fertilizer we can do, probably the better. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna have enough of these. There's a decent number. I would have liked for these to be a little bigger before planting out, but I just think I don't know, they kind of get stunted in their little pots after a while, and I did not put any fish fertilizer or anything on these inside, which I probably could have. I did trim them once, and I've heard mixed things about that. Like, I've had years where I've trimmed them, years where I haven't, and I don't really know if there's so much of a difference with the trimming. But they say that if you trim them, they can put more energy into, like, starting to grow a lot faster, I guess. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. These raised beds, I don't think hold the water as well as what like an in-ground bed would, obviously. If you have an in-ground bed with some mulch on top, it gets better at holding water, but these, because they're out of the ground, I think they tend to dry out faster. And we get a lot of wind here that helps with that.
And this is where my audio decided to cut out. So here I am going to just mist the dirt lightly. I don't want to spray it with a heavy stream right now, because otherwise they might kind of come loose a little bit. So I'm going to get them just lightly misted for now, and I will come back later and give them a good watering. I planted 81 onions in this small little section here, which was pretty good. I still have extras, so I will be continuing those on down the line. And it's hard to believe I fit 81 in this small little section. We'll see how they develop, if they're a little small or not. So I'll just be continuing on down this line and adding more Pattersons in. The Pattersons are finished. I watered them in. I got 21 square feet of Pattersons and a few extras in this little container in case I have some dye. I can just plop those in. And then I'll be starting on the Red Wings here in this little patch. So these Red Wings are actually looking really good. They're looking a lot better than the Pattersons. I don't know if that was because there was less in the container or not, but they look great. This section is finished. I got all the Red Wings planted and all the Pattersons. I had just under 80 Red Wings, and I'm thinking I may want some more. We'll see. If I go to the nursery and they have Red Wings, I may purchase another pack. So now I just got to figure out where to put the Walla Wallas and the white onions and the shallots. So I will get those in over in these beds. I am going to plant my Walla Wallas here in this bed, because the only thing I had planned for this bed was 2 tomatillos and some beans up that trellis. And in the second one here, I am going to do the white onions, because I was planning on doing just cucumbers there and training them up the trellis. And so I can put the onions on this side of the bed, and then if I need to spill over into the other side, I can. And the cucumbers can actually just trail right over the onions, and that might actually give them some shade and also will hold in extra moisture in the soil. Onions can also be a really good companion plant to cucumbers because they repel pests. I personally don't have any pest problems with my cucumbers. I never have, so I don't really think that's an issue. But according to Google, onions can be planted with cucumbers. Okay, I got them all in. Here are the Walla Wallas in this bed. I didn't fill up the whole bed, and these are the whites, and still have half a bed left there. And then over here, I put the shallots. I didn't plant a whole lot, I just used the last of my packet. So, got a few shallots going here, and I did have to put some extra topsoil in that bed. So, those beds look nice and dark because they've got some new soil in them. Okay, I'm filming my outro in my office because the audio cut out and I just couldn't post it without just doing a voiceover. So here we are. All I did today in the garden was the onions, and I hope you guys follow along during the season because I will be showing you kind of every step of the way what I'm planting, what I'm doing out there, and just how the whole garden comes together. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you like this content, and I will see you on the next one.